All right, the Lady Bruins complete their journey as the senior-led team won the women's national championship.
The race to both the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs heats up. We'll get into it.
The Las Vegas Raiders, they signed a QB, but does this affect their draft process in any way?
The MLS is back and the action in WSL rolls on. Lots of football to discuss.
Curses, mystery voices in our heads, low blows, and a lot more in the lead up to Wrestlemania 42. All this and much more right here on They Be Talkin.
They be talking, 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 talking,
Dizzy.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and I hope all you guys out there.
Oh, I know why they were showing me first.
Oh, yeah, all right. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. UCLA. Yes, we all know by now the Lady Bruins. They did their thing. But first, let me welcome the people to the show, Dizzy, before you start boasting about the Lady Bruins. Okay, everybody. I am Shorty Bang Bang, and that is, of course, my masked amigo Dizzy representing Go For It. You know, we're back for another week of talking pro sports, and what a week it's been. Dizzy, how are you feeling today?
I am on cloud 9. My Lady Bruins helped my bracket win. I got a little bit of money on that. That's you know, it's always good to have a little bit money coming in.
Okay.
You know,
let me
lots
borrow
of sports
$5.
to talk about. You know, I'll buy you a Powerball ticket. How's that?
Bet. Okay, because if I win,
we share.
All right. Well, we'll get into the particulars in the fine print later, but let's just get right into it. I know you can't wait to talk about it, Dizzy. We have the ending to the March Madness. Yes, the Lady Bruins, they pulled it off. Congrats again to them. Dizzy, how excited were you? Look at that, 79-51. Took down South Carolina. You know, it was a stunner. It was like South Carolina didn't know what to do.
The Lady Bruins came out firing on all cylinders. I hinted at this last week a little bit that I felt UCLA was going to come in as a favorite, especially because of the fact that had them beating Texas was just part of the road for them, while South Carolina beating UConn was a very emotional game. And you can see when Dawn and the UConn coach got into it after their semifinal.
Yeah,
you could see that South Carolina was like emotionally spent after beating UConn.
Yeah,
they had very little left in the tank, and this doesn't speak bad about their program. It just feels like UCLA knew their mission was still there.
Yep.
And South Carolina felt like they came out like, okay, we already beat the toughest team. They were undefeated. You know, they kind of came in thinking, okay, all we need to do is show up and we're going to win. And UCLA came out hitting them right from the get-go, getting a 10-point lead in the first quarter.
Jump.
You know, the Bruins were led by Lauren Betts and Gabby Hackes and a core of seniors. There was 6 total seniors on that team. They scored all the points in the Final Four. All the points in the Final Four.
As they should.
That's insane. That's like, yeah, I'm a senior, I'm a play, I'm a score. I'm a senior, I'm a play, I'm a score. I'm a senior, I'm a play, I'm a win.
Yeah, and let's not forget Lauren Betts. She was named the tournament's most outstanding player. She did her thing, and her and Gabby listen, South Carolina didn't stand a chance, honestly. And you know what? Their win was so major. Even the folks on the East Coast showed love. That's right. Even the Empire State Building joined in on celebration. It was painted in UCLA colors.
Yes, it
Wow.
was. Yes,
Wow.
it
And the
was.
celebration is going on right now in Westwood. Dizzy, why are you not down there right now? You should be reporting live.
Because I have responsibilities to you,
Oh,
to
you could
this
just stay
program,
home.
to our fans. You know,
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
you know, it's beautiful when you see, you know, the
Look at
East
that.
Coast sharing some love and the, you know, all the love, and you
Yeah.
know, just see the emotion as, you know,
Ah,
Corey
get it.
Close winning it after 15 years with the program. You know,
Oh, look at that love. Look at that love. Well deserved, man.
you know, it's just amazing. You know,
Hey, and they made it official.
you
They
know,
made it official there.
they
And then
made
even
it official.
Gabriela Jaquez, she led the Bruins in scoring in the championship game with 21 points. She was everywhere on that court. And listen, this is what she had to say after the match.
Dream was to be at UCLA, and so just to have an offer from UCLA, it brought tears to my eyes when Coach Corey offered me, and so to now be playing there, and then Kiki coming in, and all, you know, we had a big freshman group, but I think we were all just really determined, you know, the core group, to do something UCLA has not done before in the NCAA era, and that was just really important for us, and we always believed, and I think that just Coach Corey started us with that, just always believing in us. And again, I keep saying it, but I'm just super, super proud of this whole group, you know, everyone in the program for always believing, and, you know, job's finished. Job is finished.
The job is finished indeed.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out. We'll see if we see them again next year in next year's March Madness. But for now, we'll enjoy the Lady Bruins win.
We may not, but we will definitely see a group
All
of
the seniors,
a number
gone,
of
right?
these seniors. We will see them going into the WNBA draft. They
even better.
demonstrated that they have the talent and the level to play at the next level.
Absolutely.
It would be great if they all ended up together somewhere, but you know, the chances of that happening are not very high. But we will definitely see, you know, at least 3 of these girls get drafted, and a lot of them get at least a tryout with these teams.
For sure. Can't wait to see it.
They are the champs, and they are, you know, very, very strong, positive role models for all the little girls out there, you know.
Yeah.
But there was more action on Monday night. And
yes, there was. Let's talk about the men's.
This is where the men's, you know, the men in blue, as they're called, Michigan, are now your 2026 men's basketball tournament champions, defeating UConn 69-63. This is their second national title for the programs, the first one since 1989. The top seeded Wolverines, you know, they just finished in the tournament in a very dominant fashion. Their coach Dusty May, a lot of credit for the planning, and a lot of credit to how they went about and did things. Their guard Elliot Cadeau was the most outstanding player on the men's side. This was just a Michigan team that was not to be denied at any time.
And
to the men in blue, you know, hey, weren't you wishing them luck by wearing a jersey a couple of shows ago?
Sure was, Dizzy. You know, and that just goes to show you, if you know watch our show, you might get a little hint on who's gonna win the big dance. I wore a Michigan jersey, I want to say episode 8. Now, I didn't say they were gonna win, but I sure was sporting my Weber jersey. And what do you know? Shorty Bang Bang called it. Michigan, they finished the season 37-3, held off a gritty UConn team who was controlling the paint and the free throw line. They overcame their own shooting challenges. They ended the Huskies' quest for a 3rd title in 4 years. Just straight ended it. And guess what? Just like the Bruins, the Empire State Building showed some love. And they painted the Empire State Building Wolverine colors. which oddly is almost the same colors, isn't it? Blue and gold. I'm sorry, blue and maize is the Wolverines.
It is almost the same colors, but you know it.
Okay.
You know,
easy for the Empire State Building. Save on some lights. Where's it at? Oh, there they go.
They didn't do blue, but it's blue.
Okay. They switched it up a little bit. It's a lighter. That looks like the UCLA colors. Well, whatever. They showed love.
They put gold just to make sure that there was a difference.
I just can't believe I was wearing a Michigan jersey the first time we were talking about it, and they pulled it through. So shout out to Michigan.
I was saving it. I was saving it because I didn't want to jinx my girls.
I feel you. I understand. I didn't really. I'm not gonna say I didn't care. But maybe my little subconscious mind said it was going to be Michigan. I don't know. That's the first jersey I grabbed out of my closet. Yeah. It was the only one I knew.
And what a way to celebrate your 21st birthday. I mean, the Spanish-born 7'3" center and Ade Mara, you know, he turned 21 at the stroke of midnight after the game.
Amazing.
This is him after the game.
It is. It is. Now I gotta talk with the team to see what we do to celebrate it, you know. But
I have some ideas as to what you might be. If you want to talk about some thoughts, I have some thoughts. I'll share it with you when we stop rolling the camera.
Off camera, yeah.
Di, congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
That's a great way to celebrate your 21st. Talk about never will forget that one. Wow, that's nothing like my 21st. Looked like you had a little bit of champagne already going on, huh?
I don't think they had champagne, but they definitely had Gatorade and water baths. It's college ball. It's college ball.
But he's okay. All right. Yeah, I guess there was some,
it's different. Okay. There's a lot of kids in there that are only 18. You know, we be celebrating with champagne, but
we be celebrating. We be talking. We be celebrating with some champagne. Well, congrats.
We be doing a lot.
And happy birthday to Ade Mara. Dizzy, let's move the ball up the court to some NBA news.
What we going on in the association? What's going on in the association?
Well, let's see.
It seems like there's an old folk that's still going.
Oh yeah, it's we got some ancient ruins going on in the NBA, because this past Sunday we saw something you don't get to see every day. The Lakers played the Mavs, and on one side, you got old man LeBron James, who's now 41. Now, mind you, 41 is not old. Everybody, it's not old. But in basketball years, it is old. All right. And he's in his 23rd season. Pair that with on the other side of the court for the Mavs, you had the rookie phenom. There he is right there. Cooper Flagg, who is only 19. 19.
That age gap is wild, and you know, LeBron was literally an NBA champion and an MVP before Flagg was out of elementary school. Like
what?
Cooper was watching LeBron when he was in elementary school. This is just wild.
Yeah.
By halftime, Cooper had 26, LeBron had 22, so they were definitely taking this matchup as something not to be put on paper. They were definitely going at it with each other. This also marked the first time in NBA history that a teenager and a 40-year-old each scored at least 20 points in the same game. Wild.
The association is getting ridiculous here. Okay, but according to reports, old man LeBron said he had to flip the mindset. Right? Yeah, I bet he had to start thinking like a teenager, because some of the Lakers, you know, already they're injured, right? And so LeBron, he had to be the main engine again. And Cooper, well, you know, he's been a beast because he went into that game fresh off a 51-point performance against the Magic. The first teenager, I can't believe I'm saying a teenager, the first teenager to ever hit 50. Shout out to Cooper. I don't know what I'm more impressed with, Cooper or LeBron.
Something to note, since we were talking about the seniors on the Bruins side, some of those seniors are older than Cooper Flagg.
Look at that. What's going on? Like, what happened? I feel like I'm not even gonna try to figure it out. The skill level is ridiculous.
We could say what the
Are we
association
just
is
old?
probably
Are we
trying
just
to
old?
promote. I know I'm a little bit on the older side, but it just feels like the NBA was trying to do a passing of the torch with the
Yeah.
way that they promoted this matchup. Except,
Mhm.
I don't think LeBron has any plans to retire. Granted, earlier this week, LeBron and Bronny did something that has never been done: a
Mhm.
father to son assist in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. You
So
got to give it up to him for keeping up with the young guns, but LeBron, whoo, man, you might just want to hang it up. Just I don't know. I'm actually kind of torn on it. I want to see him go far with it, but I also want to see him leave on top.
I want to see him
You
leave.
don't represent for the millennials, man.
I just want to see LeBron leave. I'm done.
I think we're all a little
I'm done with LeBron. I'm done with Kevin
burnt
Durant.
out on LeBron.
I'm also kind of done with
You,
Steph.
Steph.
Yes.
All
I'm
right. Well,
done.
speaking about another NBA OG, he was back on the court on Sunday. The chef himself. He was serving it up to the Houston Rockets. Steph, he finally returned after suffering a knee injury. And it's about time, though, Dizzy, because after 27 games on the sideline, Steph was still ready to go, just like LeBron. He was ready.
27 games is a long time, especially with a knee injury that was lingering. The season's 82 games, if I remember correctly, and 27 games is like a quarter of that season, or a little bit more than a quarter. It's a lot of games. It's a lot of time to miss. It's hard to get into rhythm, but it didn't look like he missed a beat. If we look at the numbers for that game, he's put up 29 points in 26 minutes.
Wow.
And and he came off the bench. He didn't even start. This is the first time that he's come off the bench in a regular season game since 2012. So talk about durability, talk about longevity for Steph Curry. But again, I'm ready for him to move on. I'm ready for everybody to get some fresh blood into the league and bring up some new stars and have the Cooper Flaggs and the Jaime Jaquez and all this other generation just take over.
The time just honestly flew by. I can't believe Steph is 38 or so. Yeah, it's about time for him to hang it up too. But look, he went 11 of 21 from the field that night, and he hit 5 threes. Steve Kerr was, thrilled to have him back. But the Warriors did lose 117 to 116. I could still have Steph around, to be honest. He's more thrilling to watch to me than LeBron.
The good thing for
days.
Steph coming back right now, at the time that he's coming back, is that he gets a chance to play with Porzingis. Porzingis was acquired during the trade deadline.
Yes.
And even though Porzingis had some foul trouble in this game, you could see that there was a buildup of chemistry between him and his teammates. You can look to this as something to look forward to, especially since the Warriors are going to be in the playoffs.
Are they sitting at the 10th seed right now? I believe
they are in the 10th seed, and you can't finish below the 10th. They locked that in. No, there are teams that are below that, but they're already eliminated mathematically.
But they're already eliminated. Right. Well, listen.
States to lock at 10.
It looks like they got all the pieces they need. Steph is back. He's ready to roll. He got a fresh haircut. He's still making threes. Okay. I think they got a good chance at another good playoff run. Speaking of playoffs, how's that looking? Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, look at this chart. All right.
So
break it down, Dizzy. What we got?
NBA.com. If you want to see it, click on standings. It's that image right there.
Glasses.
So with 3 games left in the season, the Thunder and the West have a lock on the number 1 seed. The Clippers can still host a playoff game against Phoenix. They're sitting in 7 and 8. They're 2 games back of Phoenix. The Lakers have been on quite the losing streak and a downward spiral since Luka got injured. They've dropped 9. They've dropped 3 of their last 9. Denver's, on the other hand, has won like 8 straight, and they're one game ahead of the Lakers for that number 3 seed. What's so important about the number 3 seed is if you get past the first round, you don't have to face the Thunder if you're the number 4. That's the main reason.
That's what matters.
I don't think you want to play the Thunder early in the playoffs.
No.
Granted, if you're the Clippers, Suns, Blazers, or Warriors, you're looking at playing the Thunder or the Spurs, which is not a very pretty thing in the first round. But hey, nothing is impossible. As we look at the East, Detroit's got a lock on the number 1. The Celtics are 1 win away from locking in the number 2. The Knicks and Cavs are fighting for that number 3 spot. They're 1 game difference. You've got the Hawks and the Raptors sitting at 5 and 6, but they can easily fall as low as 9, which means the Sixers, Magic, and Hornets and Heat all have a possibility to jump into the top 6.
Wow.
The East is tight.
It's a lot going on.
The East is tight.
There's a lot going on. Playoffs start like April
14th.
A couple weeks. A couple weeks. All right. Well,
last game of the season is on Sunday.
Okay. Thank you, Dizzy. Well, we will keep an eye on this. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in the association? But enough about b-ball. Let's go to the other b-ball. Baseball. Let's move on to baseball.
Let me guess. We're going to talk about los Doyers.
We're going to talk about these guys right here. There they go. Yep, the Dodgers. And specifically,
you have such an itty bitty helmet.
Don't worry. Itty bitty?
Yeah, it's an itty bitty helmet. That doesn't fit on your head.
Sure doesn't. Doesn't have to, because it's meant to be around my neck. But let's specifically talk about my guy Shohei and the Dodgers. They were in Washington, D.C. over the weekend where it was pouring rain. So it was delayed. The game was delayed. And while most of the players were, be in the clubhouse with their feet up, not my guy Shohei Ohtani. No. He was a class act. Super Shohei. Dizzy. He was out on the field with the bullpen.
Shohei was out on the field. He was playing catch. He was warming up in the rain. He was getting his workout in.
Yeah.
And out of the corner of his eye, he sees a young fan, with a Dodger hat and and his baseball team jersey, which resembles that of the Dodgers. I believe it says Drillers. And he was out there with his family. They were taking into practice as the players were dealing with all the delays and the rain and all that stuff. Shohei just walks over, doesn't care about the rain, not only takes a picture, but gives him the ball.
Like, come on. What an amazing act of kindness, amazing sportsmanship. Listen, the family or the Cochrans, they traveled all the way from Virginia Beach just to see Shohei. Kane is the 8-year-old boy right there. He plays shortstop for that little league. His little league team, I guess it's the Drillers. And he loves him some Ohtani. And best believe that kid is going to have this as a core memory. And I'm sure he's going to be a lifelong Dodger fan. Shout out to Ohtani. And shout out to Kane and his family for sitting in the rain. Because I don't know if I'd sit. Dizzy, would you sit in the rain?
I have.
Would you sit in the rain? Oh,
I have.
Oh.
I have. If I'm
Did you get anything for sitting in the rain?
If I'm paying a ticket and
I'm
going there for a game and it happens to rain, it just happens to rain. Like that's just part of it. Like if I didn't prep for it, that's on me because I can read the weather forecast. I can watch the news,
Yeah.
But I already paid for my ticket. Like I've been in the rain. MLS Cup 2012. It rained on us.
Damn.
I sit in row 2.
Oh, well, yeah, you got to go. You got to go.
I sit in row 2. I have no cover. I got poured on. Everybody else in my section got up and started walking back to the seats that had cover. And I'm looking at them like, this is the final. This is MLS.
Final? Oh.
Final.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had to do what you had to do, man.
We not moving from here. I was
said,
sick the next day.
"Rain."
I was sick the next day. I got my
no.
championship, but I got my championship.
You got your championship. You got a great story to tell, just like this kid. So shout out to you fanatics for sitting in the rain. Well, anyway, continuing on with the Dodgers. All right. They moved on from the
side note, because of the scheduling conflict and the games being early in Washington, they didn't get to go to the White House this year.
Oh. Well, that's okay. That's okay.
You know,
that's okay. I think they can miss
they did last year. Last year they did go to the White House. This year, it didn't
how many
happen.
times do you got to go to the White House? I mean,
every time you win. Every time you win.
I mean, I guess, but
it's bragging rights. It is bragging rights.
Look, that championship is more bragging rights than being at that White House right now. That's all I got to say.
I don't get into the politics of it. I'm just saying.
Well, they hopped, skipped, and jumped over the White House and went straight up to Toronto, where they had a fun little rematch with their World Series opponents, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the boys in blue, Dodger blue, that is. They put on a 14-2 clinic in the series opener this past Monday. Yep, it was definitely a statement. Dizzy,
Oof.
I don't feel bad for the Blue Jays fans, but that's pretty rough. Pretty rough, don't you think?
It's tough to watch a beatdown when it's literally 2 touchdowns to a safety. Like, I'm sure it was very difficult for all Jay fans to watch. I'm sure everybody in LA was having fun watching this. But for Jays fans, I can see how tough it is.
Yeah, well,
they even brought in their catcher to pitch. That's how bad it was for the Blue Jays. Like, hey,
they were trying.
Tyler Henneman had to come in and relief in the 9th inning because they just ran out of pitchers. They didn't know what else to throw out there. So they were like, okay, fine. A field player is going to go out there and throw the ball just to get us out of this.
Yeah, that's quite creative. Well, at least he was the only Blue Jay that threw a 1-2-3 inning. But seriously, ironically, right? But Dodgers still won, and that leads us right into the breaking news from last night's game, Tuesday's game. So after the blowout was one thing, right? On Tuesday, the tension finally boiled over in the 5th inning because the Blue Jays manager John Schneider got tossed out of the game. He was pretty upset. He got his face all red, got all up in all up in his face. Ooh. Spitting hot breath. Dizzy.
At least
What's
he
his
had
name?
gum. At least he had gum. Like,
I'm surprised that didn't fall out his mouth as he was. Ooh. Shout out to these umps. Like, I couldn't do that job. I couldn't do it.
I mean, it just feels like Schneider's was a bit of a powder keg, especially after the 14-2 loss. Can you blame him?
Don't get so mad, John.
Can you blame him though?
All right, it's gonna be all right. Yeah,
that was a close call at the plate. It didn't go his way. And when things are just not going your way, and you lose back-to-back games, you kind of gotta go out there, get everybody fired up because you do this, and then it turns it around because today the Blue Jays actually won. They lose the series, but
they got us.
Sometimes getting tossed from a game is just the thing to turn things around from the beatdown. Like it lights a fire under you, I guess. I mean,
yeah. If I saw my coach or my manager go out there and just chew out an ump like that, we deserve to give him a win. And they did, as Dizzy said, they beat the Dodgers today. But real quick, we want to give some prayers and shout out to Miguel Rojas and his family. His father passed yesterday, unfortunately, but he still played today. like a champ that he is. So thank you, Miguel, and all prayers going out to you and your family.
It's got to be difficult for anybody
Yeah.
to lose a family member, especially a parent.
Mhm.
You know, I know you still have yours, but I lost both of mine, and it isn't the easiest thing to deal with. I missed work the next day after my mom passed. I didn't miss work after my dad passed, but that's just, you know,
Yeah.
circumstances and projects and whatnot that were going on, because I would have
Yeah.
also missed work
Wow.
if I could have. And the fact that Miguel Rojas decided to stay with the team and then fly back with the team, it just goes to show also the tight bond that he has with his teammates and the
Yes.
confidence that he has with the members of the Dodgers organization to stay with them one more
Yeah.
day and then travel back and then I guess just deal with things, you know.
Yeah, make it through. Well, I know the Dodger fans and the baseball universe and community is definitely behind him and saying our prayers for him. So Miguel, be well. Moving on though, Dizzy.
Enough about the Dodgers. I don't want to. I didn't really want to say.
All right, okay. I'll let you go ahead. Go ahead. What are we talking about?
Enough about the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's time to talk about the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and
Fair
the
enough.
greatest defensive game ever played in my lifetime. Because I had never seen anything like this. But Joe Adell didn't just have a good night. He literally became a human highlight reel for 9 innings as he robbed not one, not two, but three home runs in one night.
Woo! Yes.
Can you imagine what it's like for your opponent to see you rob them of 3 home runs?
I just glad it wasn't against the Dodgers, because that would have had me cussing and fussing like John Schneider. Okay, listen, it was amazing. It started early at the top of the first with Kyle Riley. We're talking about with the Seattle Mariners. And he was a home run leader last year, right? So Cal knocks one out. Looks like a solo shot. And then here comes old Joe. Climbed the wall, snatched it back. Then we go to the 8th inning, almost an identical play, except this time it was Josh Naylor. He launches one, and Adele does it again. What's he drinking? What's in his Gatorade? Dizzy?
Jumping juice. Jumping juice, because in the 9th inning he did it again, Shorty. Like, he did it again. It was, you know, it was the Disney ending to a Disneyland magical moment. They're so close to Disneyland. Like, you know, JP Crawford hit a deep drive to right field, and Adele tracked it down. He leaped, he tumbled into the stands, he caught it. You know, he's holding it up.
Look at that.
The umpires, you know, the announcers had basically said home run. And then when the umpires called him out, you know,
there's some controversy there. There's some controversy on that.
Look,
but I don't let it be.
If you think about it, if they catch the ball as they're falling out into the crowd, it's an out on a foul ball. Why wouldn't it be different in a home run?
I would say
on the field. It got caught on the field.
I think the only little side eye to this is, well, when he went over the wall and he just came up with the ball. How we know he really caught the ball on the other side? How we know? Or did he just finesse it and then he was hidden? We didn't see. The Angel fans ain't gonna say nothing. So
I believe whoever had this camera angle, Kate Krause,
that's the end of it.
They saw him catch it.
Okay, well, I'll give it to him. It was an amazing catch. It was actually historic because the records show that no outfielder in MLB history ever robbed 3 home runs in a single game since they started tracking this stuff way back in 2004. But the Angels, they look like they mean business this season, because not only did Joe do an amazing thing, well, last night, Dizzy, they weren't playing any games, and instead they threw down at the mound with the Atlanta Braves. The benches cleared, and there were no Angels in the outfield during a little scuffle.
They were dark angels. They were dark angels last night.
Angels like this. What's going on? It's a new angel.
You know what?
This is a new type of angel.
They've got a fire lit under their behinds. They are playing their lights out. They are at the top of the West in the American League. They are doing their thing, and I like the fact that they come together. That they came together like that.
Unity there.
Just flat out amazing. Another thing that happened over the weekend was a crazy catch.
I did see this. Yeah,
it was crazy. Former Dodger and former Cub Cody Bellinger.
Cody.
He's with the Yankees, and you just watch this real quick because this is just. Oh, I got it. No, I don't. Oh, wait, I did.
Look at that. He's so skilled. Like Cody was. He's one of my favorite players, regardless. But when he was with the Dodgers, I loved him. He's just so smooth and cool. Look how smooth he caught that.
But
and he shocked himself.
If you see the smile on his face, he can't even believe he did that because he was expecting to drop it after it bounced off his palm, like tick tick, like you know.
He couldn't believe his own abilities. That's how you know.
Leave it to baseball. Leave it to baseball to ice a batter like that. Like
that's a hard word, right?
You could see that, the spring sun was out at Yankee Stadium and Cody said, I got this.
He I don't know how he did it, but Cody, you the man for that one, that's for sure. That was an amazing catch.
Technically the only Cody I like right now.
Oh,
we'll get into that later.
Yeah, because I don't understand the hate, but we're gonna get to the other Cody a little bit later. But right now, let's move on to the ice. Okay, we haven't talked about hockey in a long time. Now's the perfect time. All right, we're quickly approaching the NHL playoffs, which means we have some great action to talk about. Let's start first with the 41-year-old Colorado Avalanche defenseman Brent Burns. He achieved a historic 1,000 game consecutive games played streak. So he played 1,000 games. No breaks, no days off. Right? Is that what that means, Dizzy?
That is exactly what it means. And,
my goodness.
And
look at them teeth. That the teeth tells you right there.
And it dates back to November 2013.
Wow.
Think about never missing a day of work for more than 10 years. More than 10 years. And now think about doing that while you're pushing your body to the limits, getting slammed into walls by men who are 6'5" or taller, 230 pounds, and frequently traveling at speeds of like 60, 70 miles per hour when they hit you. And then on top of that, because he's a defender, he jumps in front of pucks that are shot at 100 miles per hour or more at his body nightly.
Of course he does.
This is a rarity in any sport to reach 1,000 games. But 1,000 games in a row is more of a rarity in hockey because it's only been done twice.
I'm speechless with that, to be honest. Like, shout out to him. I couldn't do it. Keep the streak going, Brent.
A little more perspective. Since the start of the league in 1917, only 5% of players have ever played a total of 1,000 games. He just played 1,000 in a row.
Take that, LeBron. I know it's a different sport, but I'm just saying. That's a hell of a
LeBron indeed, because this is hockey.
Brent. Go ahead, Brent Burns. Let's talk about hey, hockey fans. You should be excited. You should be, because ESPN, Disney, and Pixar and the National Hockey League, they announced they are teaming up to bring fans the Inside Out Classic. It's a real-time animated NHL telecast featuring the Washington Capitals versus the New York Rangers. All right, now the Inside Out Classic features virtually created real-time animation of the action between the Capitals and the Rangers, modeled after the cute characters on Pixar's award-winning franchise Inside Out. Great movie, by the way. And the animated telecast will leverage tracking technology. It'll present the action on the ice in real time while featuring the characters skating alongside animated versions of the NHL players. This is quite innovative, and I think the kids will love this.
And the presentation, blended two types of tracking technologies, the NHL Edge positional data and the Sony's Hawkeye Innovations optical tracking to create, more dynamic player movement. And this is, it was a spectacle to watch, because as I was watching it on my phone, I had the real game. On the TV, I had the animated one.
Oh, aren't you cute?
It was a difference of about 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
That you could see like what had happened on one to what was happening on the other. And I don't know if the difference was because of the way that I started streaming it, or if it was like that to begin with, but it was insane how on point the animation was. Like, I was blown away. And I wonder, and it's really hard to like blow my mind, and this was just blowing my mind.
It reminds me of when the NBA did it they had the Disney characters. They had like Donald Duck versus Mickey Mouse versus like Donald Duck with Steph Curry, and that was pretty cool to see. That was pretty cool. I like the innovation.
And the NFL did it with Nickelodeon on.
Yes, they did.
On one of the games. I don't remember which one, but they did it with Nickelodeon. So the technology's out there, and they're definitely trying to reach out to the kids because they're doing this. And kudos to them, because this is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, look, boy, times have changed. Times have changed. All right, well, let's give a quick shout out to Alexander Ovechkin. He continued his another remarkable run of consistency by reaching 30 goals for an NHL record, 20th time in his 21 NHL seasons. He scored twice for the Washington Capitals in a 6-4 win against the Philadelphia Flyers at Capital One Arena. This is another 40-year-old. Represent millennials.
Look, this 40-year-old left
OG show. This is the OG episode, huh?
He scored his 30th goal in the first period. Matt Roy drove to the net. Drew Flyers goalie Dan Vlader out on the left side, and Ovechkin was open for the tap in. I'm not trying to minimize the fact that he scores quite frequently, but to do it over 20 seasons, 30 plus goals is insane.
That man is
and then you just gotta also take into consideration, we were talking about Ovi a couple of shows ago, him reaching the 1,000 goal milestone with Wayne.
We did? I remember.
This is just another milestone for him within a short time period.
Wow.
He also scored his 31st goal on the same game. So
let me ask you this, Dizzy. Is 40 old for hockey?
40 is old for any sport. And I'm 46. So
well, I'ma still say shout out to the millennials. Shout out to Alex. Keep it up. We still got it. So now we got a wild race. A race for the wild card. It's heating up, huh?
It is crazy. Are we talking Eastern Conference or Western Conference first? Because this is just.
Go ahead. Let's
take a minute. All right.
What's going on? Oh, all right. A minute. Dizzy, we only got so much time in the show.
Look.
We got more charts. Okay.
It's because you've got,
what's happening?
Carolina, Tampa, Buffalo, and Montreal all basically in. So those guys are all in. They're all clinched. There's no way that they're losing their positioning. You got Pittsburgh and Philly pretty much ready to lock in the second and third seeds from the Metropolitan Division. There's 4 games left, by the way, for most of the teams except for the Bruins, who only have 3 left. Because of the way that their schedule is. Boston and Ottawa are currently holding onto the wild card, but Ottawa's only got 2-point difference between the Columbus Blue Jackets. But you've got the Red Wings and the Islanders and the Capitals all still alive, with the hopes. I think the Capitals, if they lose, they're just they're not going to be able to catch up. So they got the hardest road ahead of them. But
yeah, they're all the way down
eight
there.
eight teams will be in the playoffs. The top 3 from each division plus 2 wild cards, which is the best 2 remaining. Right now, it's Boston and Ottawa in the Eastern Conference, and it just if we think this is crazy on the East, wait till you see the West.
Yes,
who wins the West is going to be insane.
The Kings.
We had some movement. The Kings moved out of the wild card because they had a day off, and Nashville win over the Ducks, jumped in. But with the Vegas win yesterday, they jumped Anaheim. So now you've got all kinds of movement happening in here. Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota are locked in where they're at. They're not changing. They're not moving. They're in. Edmonton currently leads the Pacific, but they're tied in points with Vegas and 1 point. Both are 1 point ahead of the Ducks. So if the Ducks win and Edmonton and Vegas lose, the Ducks get that number 1 seed. And this is just going to continue to move up and down and left and right. And then Utah is pretty much locked into the first wild card seed, but you've got 1 point difference between Nashville and LA and 3 points difference between Nashville and San Jose. And then technically speaking, the Jets and the Blues are still mathematically alive, but they're kind of more out than in at this point. So if the Kings went out, they're definitely in because they've got 5 games remaining. But if the Sharks went out, they're going to be in because they have 6 games remaining. How everybody else has 4 games remaining, I don't know. I don't know why San Jose has 6. I think the scheduling is weird, but go figure.
Well, I'm just going to say go Kings and everything else, whatever. Show them, Dizzy. Yeah. It's the Kings logo on his arm if you can't see. All right. Well, that's cool. We got the NHL playoffs coming up. We'll keep an eye on that. Dizzy, let's hit some football. Okay, we see the tat. That's a clean tat. That's clean. We see you, Dizzy. We see you out there.
Do you see me? You can't see me.
All right. Let's get through the football real quick. We got so much more to talk about.
You can't see me.
Dizzy.
What?
No, we can't see you because you got a mask on.
No, you can see me with the mask.
Nah. All right. Well, let's talk NFL. And let's look at
the draft is fast approaching. The draft
It's so much. It's so much going on. My God, we got NFL draft, but this is exciting. It's exciting.
And let's just historically take a look back at all the number 1 picks for the last 10 years. Cam Ward, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, all quarterbacks, all with their team still. Trayvon Walker was an edge rusher. He's still with the Jags. Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, they're still with their respective teams. That's all the picks up until this point. And then it gets wild because Kyler Murray, no longer a Cardinal. Baker Mayfield, no longer a Brown. Jared Goff, no longer a Ram. Myles Garrett, he's still with the Browns, but he wasn't quarterback. So you've got 8 quarterbacks selected in the last 10 years. We can say pretty much 9 in the next 11 because it's almost a given that the number 1 pick for the Raiders is going to be Mendoza of Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much a given. But then again, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
Are the Raiders really going to continue the trend of quarterbacks being the number 1 pick?
Yeah.
Is Fernando Mendoza really a lock at number 1?
I think so. And Fernando, come on down to the Raider Nation, baby, because it is most likely that he's going to be a Raider. But guess what, Dizzy? He might not be a starter for Las Vegas on day 1.
What do you mean?
Because last week, Raider Nation signed quarterback another OG, Kirk Cousins, to a 5-year, $172 million contract that functions effectively as a 1-year, $20 million guaranteed deal. It includes a $10 million roster bonus for 2027 and a team option for further years. It serves as a bridge solution while we, the Raiders, we prepare for the future at the quarterback position. And now Kirk is going to have to say goodbye. Adios to Atlanta. He had a short, frustrating stint there, but, Raider Nation, we're looking forward to having him. What's with this animated photo? We don't got a real. I guess he's not in the Raiders jersey yet, huh?
No, not yet,
That's
but it's a great render.
okay.
It's a great render.
Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. But welcome to the team, Kirk. Welcome to the team. Happy to have him. Raider Nation's happy to have him.
Do you think this sparks a playoff run? Do you think this sparks a Super Bowl run?
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
Is this a transition so that Kirk can still get a couple, maybe 2 years of starting with whatever's left of his arm, so that Mendoza's not thrown into the wolves right off the bat?
I think it's all of that. We might get there with Kirk. We're going to get far, I think, further than we have before. And then Mendoza is going to pick up wherever Kirk leaves off at.
Cousins was definitely frustrated in Atlanta, and he had come in as a starter.
He's going to have a ball. He's going to have a ball in Vegas.
And he got quickly relegated to a backup.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. It's okay.
Michael Penix stole that job from Kirk.
He did. So Kirk is ready to play ball and show everybody what Kirk still got, what Atlanta decided to move on from, and what the Raiders are welcoming with open arms. Okay, because we need some hope. Kirk represents that, and so does Mendoza. It's gonna be a fun.
You need a little bit more than hope.
We're gonna start with hope. Okay, nothing gets done until you got hope. So this represents hope. And now Kirk is moving on from Atlanta. Atlanta's moving on from Kirk. They're moving so far on that now they got some new uniforms. Check this out. That's right. The Falcons unveiled a new primary uniform for the 2026 season. It features a return to the red home jerseys, white away jerseys, and black helmets. And the redesign emphasizes a modern retro look, incorporating 1966 inspired silver accented striping on the pants, white block lettering numbers, and a cleaner, less gradient heavy design compared to previous iterations. What all that means basically is this is a very minimal look. I'm not that impressed, but whatever. Maybe they needed it. They needed a fresh, new kind of look. Dizzy, what you think? You like it?
I do like it.
I ain't saying nothing,
I like the fact that they're really working on their pitch to sell this. I like the fact that they got Andre 3000 to narrate the whole cinematic thing that we're looking at.
It's doing a lot. It's doing a lot. But okay.
Hey,
it's doing
I like it. I like it. I like the fact that they're trying to like light a fire under the new team. And
okay, yeah, they got rid of Kirk and got some new unis and got Andre 3000.
And they brought in Tua.
And they got that's right, they got Tua. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe this is a whole new thing for the Falcons. ATL. All right. Shall we move on to soccer, Dizzy?
We shall move on. We shall move on.
Let's keep
it
moving to the soccer field.
Because we got some NWSL and a wild weekend just ahead of their international break. But all the goals and all the action that happened will hold the fans over into the break. They'll be back on April 24th. But before that, the Orlando Pride handed Angel City their first loss of the season, thanks to Kaylee McCutcheon's first career brace, including a goal in stoppage time, which was a game winner. After a slow score to start, the Orlando Pride got into it and they just took over. And the game ended 2-1. It was also a historic match because it marked NWSL's 1,500 professional match.
Wow. Shout out.
So, shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the progress in the female game and the female sports. This is quite the accomplishment. We got to celebrate it. It's a shame Angel City lost, but it's great that that the sport continues to grow and evolve. And kudos to the ladies, kudos to Orlando for holding off Angel City.
Yeah.
And it's a feat that should be celebrated and promoted, and everybody should be talking about.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Well, listen, meanwhile, the San Diego Wave rolled into Foxborough. They earning their 4th straight win for the first time in club history, and their spot at the top of the table. Ludmilla, am I saying her name right? I hate to butcher someone's name. Ludmilla. Okay, scored her first goal since joining the Wave, and the Legacy couldn't mount a comeback, unfortunately. The Boston Legacy's inaugural campaign is still in need of the club's first win, but holding first place Wave to just a goal is a good sign for their defensive side, as the offense is still finding its way. I like the Wave. They've been doing their thing.
They've been doing their thing. They definitely been doing their thing. And in a preview of the 2026 Challenge Cup, the Casey Karen faced off with the Gotham FC. Gotham's Jaden Shaw was back in the starting lineup and opened up the scoring for her first goal of the year. Less than 10 minutes after Shaw scored, Dabinia equalized for the Current thanks to Chawinga's assist and chased history along the way. The Brazilian, now second in NWSL history for goals scored in all competitions with 80. Michelle Cooper scored the game winner and her first goal of the year. Gotham's Emily Sonnet also hit a milestone in the match, becoming the 18th person in the league to play 15,000 regular season minutes.
Ooh, these girls are playing. All right. Well, the Washington Spirit got their much-needed first win of the year in a gritty match against Bay FC. The Spirit got on the board by forcing an unusual own goal late in the game. As the Spirit pressed forward, Sikowitz came off the goal line to clear the ball, but an unfortunate ricochet off her teammate's shin, it sent the ball flying into the back of the net. Sometimes gritty beats pretty. I agree with that. And Gift Monday made it a double when she scored off the bench in the 87th minute to secure the win for the Washington Spirit. All right.
That's a hell of a name, Gift Monday.
I thought I was
hell of a name.
I
love it. I love it. Like that is one hell of a name. I love it.
I wonder what the story is behind that name. I'm gonna research that and get back to you.
You know, sometimes you just gotta roll with it. I believe
I did.
I believe that name has personality.
It does.
It basically tells you that her gift is Monday.
Shout out to her mama and daddy for naming her that.
Indeed.
Okay.
Circling back to the fact that we had an international break. At the end of match day 5, we had 3 unbeaten teams. We'll start. They were Nashville, San Diego, and LAFC. If you don't remember, we'll start with the Windy City, where Chicago Fire hosted Nashville SC. And Soldier Field was the venue that held it. Greg Berhalter was ready to lead his team, and Chicago put a 1-0 win on the books against Nashville. Philip Zickern Angel, he scored after 17 seconds, and the Fire never looked back. Despite Nashville's multiple attempts attacking, Chicago did not buckle under pressure. The Fire are a team that has to be taken seriously in the Eastern Conference, and last weekend's win over Nashville proved that they are a force to be reckoned with. And for Nashville, they are unbeaten no more.
Damn. Well, that's that. Okay, and now San Jose Earthquakes, they defeated San Diego FC 3-0 in front of a PayPal Park crowd of 17,000 folks to improve to 5 wins and 1 loss for the first time in club history and pull within 1 point of the top spot in the Western Conference table below LAFC. Goalkeeper Daniel and the Earthquakes defense remained suffocating, recording their 5th shutout in 6 games to extend the ongoing club record. But this time the attack also came alive as San Jose submitted a complete performance on both sides of the ball. 3 of Oh, yeah, they did that. All right, moving on. LAFC versus Orlando City. There was an absolute thrashing. Oh, for a second, I thought he was holding up the middle finger. He's holding up the fist. Okay. It was a thrashing at BMO Stadium for LAFC.
I'm sure Orlando felt like they got the middle finger.
That's all it's missing. But it's perfectly reasonable to be excited about the club's 6-0 win over Orlando City. Beatdowns of that size don't come around very often. Or after all, I don't recall seeing a lot of scores like that. But there was something at BMO Stadium to be even more excited about than just the scoring a touchdown against the Lions. Head coach Mark Dos Santos tinkered with Son Heung-min's role, and those changes helped supercharge LAFC's attack. LAFC have still yet to concede a goal in MLS play. Wait, so no one scored on them yet?
Nobody scored on them yet. At least in MLS play.
That's downright astonishing. And LAFC's ability to find quality looks in the attack while being ultra locked in defensively make them the early season favorites to win it all, as they are the lone unbeaten team in the league. I say so. Go ahead, LAFC.
That's insane.
Kudos
to the other LA team. Inter Miami, they showed off their new stadium with flash and style, and over 26,000 in their sold out new home. The first ever match at new stadium didn't disappoint. Unfortunately for Inter Miami, they were unable to christen their freshly new minted digs with a win. Austin set out to spoil the party, scoring first and in front of a sold out crowd. And it was nearly an Austin FC victory if it wasn't for Luis Suarez, who scored a goal in the 82nd minute. And that in that form, Miami salvaged a draw against Austin in their own home in the debut of the stadium. Mark Anthony sang the national anthem. A lot of celebrities on hand to of course to witness witness the christening of that stadium. You know, we don't really have to talk about this. We can skip this. You know, the Galaxy fell 2-1 to Minnesota. Dignity Health Sports Park. Minnesota scored, early in the second half. Marco Royce tied it up. Kevin Yovoa, he scored the winner, and the Galaxy could not do anything offensively after that.
Well, did you at least get your Landon Donovan bobblehead,
yeah.
Dizzy? You did?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the highlight of the game.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
That and seeing Manny Pacquiao and Todd Gurley walk right in front of me.
Oh, he's little, huh?
Todd Gurley's not that little.
Well, not Todd, but Manny. Anyway, all right. Well, LA Galaxy, do better. We got some racing. We know they will. See, that's that hope. You gotta have hope, Dizzy. You're talking to a Raider fan. You gotta have hope. Okay.
How much more hope do you need, though?
You need as much as you can get. Okay. They'll be all right. I don't know if racing's gonna be all right because we've missed it last week. I'm gonna try to get through it real quick. Racing Formula One. Let's talk about it. All right. We didn't get to it last week, and with both the Bahrain Grand Prix and the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, they were both canceled due to safety concerns. Let's rewind the clock and travel to the land of the rising sun. We're talking about Japan. The Japanese Grand Prix on March 28th. We saw the young Mercedes driver Kimi Antonelli. That's a teenager too, right?
That's a teenager too.
Another teenager. My God. All right. Well, he earned the checkered flag. The Italian became the youngest ever championship leader after putting a commanding drive to claim his second consecutive win from Oscar Piastri and Charles Leclerc. There he is. Look at the kid. Look at the baby face. Man, the lights went out at the Suzuka circuit. It was the youngster who dominated the race after he executed a smooth restart to hold on to P1 and build a significant gap up ahead, crossing the line with a margin of 13.72 seconds over Piastri, with the win also moving him up into the lead of the Drivers' Championship making him the youngest driver in history to head the standings. Man, this is new generation. All right.
No. This kid's got something, and he's showing it off on the racetracks, and it's just it's something to behold, and it's something to watch.
Yes.
Also, in racing news, the Cup Series had their first weekend off for Easter, but we didn't talk about last week's Cookout 400, where Hendrick Motorsports finally got back into the winner's circle. And that was thanks to Chase Elliott, who won the race in Martinville, Virginia, 2 Sundays ago. His team was extremely ecstatic, and you could just see it as he took home that grandfather clock as part of his prize.
They get a clock?
He got a clock.
What? Wow. Okay.
That's
cool. That's different. I like it in a weird way. I like it though.
The next NASCAR race will be on Sunday, April 12th at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee.
All right. Tennessee. Okay. Let's get to it, Dizzy. We got some wrestling to talk about.
We got a lot of wrestling.
A lot of wrestling. So let's get to it. LA Knight. We're talking about WWE.
Yeah.
LA Knight. Yes. What happened here? I Show Speed. I saw it, but I didn't like. They just threw I Show Speed in the mix of this, and now.
No. I Show Speed got cursed.
Oh, that's right.
But because I Show Speed got cursed, he's been having this string of bad luck.
A lot of bad luck.
He hits LA Knight last week with the brass nuts, and we briefly talked about that, and it was all because of this curse that he's got lingering over him. But what happened this week was that LA Knight not only showed up into the podcast, he showed up in I Show Speed home. Take a look.
It was bad.
Make me laugh. Chat, yeah, make me laugh, Speed. LA Knight, how'd you get in my house? You got the little brass nuts, you got excited about him, and what you do, you hit me with them. I'm sorry. You hit me, no. It's too late for sorry. Okay, what I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? I'll tell you what, let's talk to the chat. Chat, what do you think? Is he involved? I think you're gonna see a whole lot of people say, yeah, he's involved.
I'm sorry, though. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to punch you.
No. The whole thing.
And, I don't want to get involved, and Chad knows this. I don't want to get involved. I'm not a bad person.
The whole thing with the nuts and all that. I'm giving you a receipt for that.
What the?
Well, that's why you don't mess with LA Knight. You don't do that.
That's why you got to be careful when you go to a wrestling event. I mean, I Show Speed was at the Royal Rumble. He got thrown into the Royal Rumble. He got speared in the Royal Rumble. I Show Speed shows up on Raw and he gets cursed. And because he gets cursed, he ends up getting into it with LA Knight.
Just all bad for I Show Speed.
Speed, just stop showing up.
He can't resist.
Just stop showing up,
show up and get ready to throw down. How about that?
And then on we go to SmackDown, and after Cody got slapped by Stephanie McMahon on Raw, the slap heard around the world. The champ and Randy Orton were at it again, and it continues to escalate between the two. They can't seem to be able to say hello to each other.
It's getting ugly.
Anyways, cut to Pat McAfee jumping into this, and he not only jumps into it, but he low blows Cody Rhodes.
Oh.
And thus he reveals himself as the man on the phone with the Viper counseling him.
Yeah. What gives with this? What? I don't know. There's a lot of controversy about this. But Dizzy, you're all for it, apparently.
This is exactly the kind of spark that Randy needs to become the 15-time WWE champ.
I see.
I am team Randy. I am all for it. I am bored of the paper champion Cody. He gets so many chances to just be at the top. It's time to go back to the Viper. It's time to go back to Randy. It's time to give him his 15th title run. It's time that Randy shows everybody who the Viper is. Period.
Well, Cody, we are going to find out, right? At WrestleMania?
At WrestleMania, we will find out who is the top dog. Row.
All right. Well, meanwhile, with the ladies, let's see. Well, Rhea Ripley had a one-on-one with Michin on SmackDown, but our girl Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Michin played the numbers game to beat on Rhea. This time it was different because Io Sky jumped into aid Rhea. She jumped into the ring, that is, thus enacting a tag team match between Rhea and Io versus B-Fab and Michin on Raw. And the numbers game again, it came into play as Jade's goons held down Rhea. Jade took out Io in the middle of the ring. I saw this. She beat her with a stick. Is that what that was? A stick?
A kendo stick.
Cane? Something that you don't want to get hit with. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, Io got hit with that. Meanwhile, Rhea was she couldn't do anything because she was being held back. This feud is moving on and forward, and it's getting intense. Another one to keep an eye on for WrestleMania. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Cut to the phenomenon known as Danhausen and how he's affecting the tag team division on both Raw and SmackDown. He comes out, he goes to curse The Miz, and he curses the ref instead. The Miz tries to hit him with the finisher. Danhausen escapes. Then The Miz hits R-Truth with his finisher. He goes for the 3 count, and the ref is cursed, so he can't count it.
No.
Miz starts arguing with the ref. The Miz doesn't see that Damien tags in. Damien then does,
slam down
11, and then gets the pinfall, retaining their tag team championships. And the Miz just continues to get beat up on. I really hate seeing the Miz getting beat up on. I am a Miz fan, but when you're messing with forces like Danhausen, you just can't take your eye off the ball. Like, you just can't take your eye off.
He's cursing everybody. Looks like this Danhausen. The I show speed. What happened here? Yeah, I show speed tried to get Danhausen to lift the curse. Speed blames the cause of his issues with LA Knight, as we know. This led to I Show Speed getting talked into going ringside with the Vision, as Austin Theory had a scheduled match with Knight. And when the match broke down, it led to a challenge from Knight and the Usos against the Vision and Speed, which was made official by Adam Pearce. I Show Speed will be going to Mania with the Vision.
As part of a 6-man tag, and as entertaining as this is going to be, I hope iShow has been training. I hope iShow is ready, because he should already know by now, you don't mess with the wrestlers.
No. Why would you? No.
You
These
don't.
celebrities and influencers who jump in the ring, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Okay. We had this discussion earlier, Dizzy. I told you, couldn't be me. Nope. Shorty Bang Bang will be on the sidelines because I'm not trying to get in the ring with nobody, especially not with no Stacy Vaquer. Did I say her name right?
Stephanie Vaquer.
Stephanie Vaquer. Who is Stacy? I don't know.
Stacy, somebody else.
Well, listen. Mania continued to heat up. It was a backstage altercation that had physical repercussions. Liv Morgan, she got blasted. Okay, she got blasted by Stephanie and knocked her into Roxanne Perez, and that knocked her into the TV. And look at I saw this. I thought it was kind of funny, but she had a knot the size of a damn golf ball on her forehead. Dizzy, what is this all about? Why are they doing this to each other? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay.
It was amazing to see, though.
The shiner afterwards is definitely, you know, something that was probably not planned.
I hope not.
The sound of the two heads colliding on the actual video, go look for it on WWE Instagram or YouTube or X or Facebook, or
It's
I'm
up
sure it's
there.
all over the place, because the natural sound of the impact,
Yeah,
is a lot louder than my clap. Like,
it had me like, ooh.
like
Ooh.
Stephanie definitely pushed Liv
Yeah.
into Roxanne hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she won't play.
She went Super Saiyan. Like, that was like she
Like,
just
she was not
look
playing.
at the knot on her head, man. Woo! All right, this sets
She's
up
still
some
pretty
more.
though. I love you, Liv.
Yeah, pretty eyes, pretty face card doesn't decline, but that knot. All right. Anyway,
So
and then we got
we
some
started
craziness.
Raw with CM Punk. And
Yeah.
a classic mic drop, singling out Roman and his family and the bloodline and everybody surrounding him. He even took a shot at the former CEO. We're not going to say his name. He who shall not be named got named or referenced.
They know.
But then, in order to end Raw with a bang, they decided to do it as a contract signing. So Triple H comes out for the contract signing of Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, this went
And
down.
Oba's about to get into the ring when Brock decides, I don't want to sign no contract. And they just start beating each other up.
Of course.
And they start going through furniture, and they start going through ring posts, and then they start going through tables. And poor Triple H is trying to avoid the whole mess because Triple H is unable to get physical with anybody because of the heart condition. And you've got flying furniture, you've got flying tables and chairs, and even ring steps as Raw went off the air. And a melee. Like
melee
melee.
Oh, it's getting hot.
So
It's getting hot. So we got some confirmed Mania matches. Did you catch the lineup?
We have the Mania matches for Saturday and for Sunday.
And it's stacked.
It is a stacked. Let's look at Saturday. Let's look at Saturday full screen.
All of it. Look at all of it.
You've got, you know, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. You've got Stephanie Vauquer versus Liv Morgan, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. You got the 8-woman tag, which is Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Bella Twins, Lyra Valkyria, and Bayley. The grudge match between Rollins and Gunther, the unsanctioned match between McIntyre and Fatu, and your 6-man tag, which was just named, Speed, Logan Paul, Austin Theory against the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah.
And that's just Saturday.
And that is just Saturday.
We got a whole nother day to go.
What can top Saturday?
Ooh. Well, look at that. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Jade Cargill, and Rhea Ripley, Sami Zayn, and Trick Williams. Right? That's that right? Sure did.
Yep.
And of course, you got Brock versus Oba. And then you got what is this? Oh yeah, the Intercontinental Championship ladder match, and where they just put in Penta, right?
They just added Rey Mysterio. Penta's the champion. Penta's the champion. He had a match, and Rey got added to it.
Yeah.
So you've got JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Penta, Siobhan Evans, Rey Mysterio, and Rusev in a ladder match.
My. I love it. This is exactly what it's supposed to be, right?
How do we go from a packed Saturday to an even more packed Sunday? Like, what are we gonna see on Raw on Monday?
That's not it. Look, we gotta take it one day at a time with WrestleMania. I mean, with WWE. That's just too much to be trying to consider right now, to be honest with you. My brain is too much. But I'm looking forward to it. WrestleMania 42 going down April 18th and 19th, correct?
April 18th and 19th. We're literally a couple weekends away from all hell breaking loose.
All right. Well, stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, we have a day in sports history today. On this day in sports, April 8th, 1974, Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's career home run record by hitting his 715th home run, connecting off Al Downing of the Los Angeles Dodgers in the fourth inning of the Braves' home opener. Oh, look at that headline. The historic homer occurred at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, witnessed by a crowd of 53,775 baseball fans. What a historic day. Shout out to Hammer and Hank.
Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record on that day. And he did it in the South, and he did it in Atlanta. And because it was against the Dodgers, he did it with Vince Scully on the call.
Oh, yes. That all around just historic day.
It was a Hollywood moment for Hammer and Hank.
And way back in 1974. All right.
Let's end the show with the gem, though. Do you like puppies? Do you like dogs?
Oh, I love dogs. Love them.
Then you got to meet Champ, who is the Durham Bulls team bat dog.
Oh, Champ.
He's patiently waiting.
Oh, I see him.
He's a 3-year-old American black lab.
Aww.
And he made his bat dog debut with the Coastal Plain League in Holly Springs Salamanders. He is the younger brother of Ripken, the bat dog, who entertained thousands of Bulls fans in between 2021 and 2024. But look at him go chase that bat.
Go, get it. Oh, get it. Yeah. He's like, I got it. Come on, how you not love this? Champ. Shout out to Champ. And all the great dogs out there in sports world. You know, I like them over cats. I'm just saying. When's the last time you see a cat with a bat? Hey, and just like that, we are done. I think we covered it all. March Madness is over. Finally, we got to congrats to the UCLA one more time. Show them the jersey. Okay, all right. Shout out to them and the Michigan Wolverines for an exciting tournament. Dizzy, I love this time of year because we have hockey and NBA playoffs right around the corner. WrestleMania is set to be epic. And let's not forget the World Cup. It's coming. I'm getting ready for it too. It's going to take over the summer. So Dizzy, my friend, it's time that we lock in. We got to lock in on the sports talk here, all right? So make sure you get your rest because next week we'll be back with more. We want to thank you, the audience out there, for joining us. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow and share this episode because we have so much more coming for you. Come back next week. We'll have more sports to talk about. I'm Shorty Bang Bang. That's Dizzy. And we'll catch you next time.
They be talking.